Hello and welcome. This is the Lord of the Rings, the living card game, and I'm the White Tower Watchman. This is going to be the 7th level, the second quest in the Khazad-dûm Deluxe expansion. We're going to play a two-player game, simulating a two-player game, playing two-handed. We're going to change things up for the first time in a long time in this. We're going to move Thalin in for Aragorn, and we're going to move Frodo in for Eleanor. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because in this particular quest, it's like a 2 hit point goblin frenzy, and there's no better time to show you the first two pieces to the direct damage deck archetype, which is Thalon and the Goblin Spearman. What they're going to provide is shadow mitigation, meaning the damage he does when a goblin comes out, and the damage he does finishing off that goblin defending, is going to basically kill the goblin without having to worry about a shadow effect before anything else resolves. So as long as we keep our spear wall up, we're good. We've got a few cheap allies in here to protect those spearmen from undisturbed bones, which is a treachery that kills allies. Descendant of Thorndeer is going to be even a little more efficient than Gandalf at popping 2 small goblins rather than 1. And then Bjorning Beekeeper is going to be our card we play in case we need to pop a whole staging area full of goblins. And the reason I'm including this as a 4-coster instead of Longbeard Orc Slayer is we have two tactics heroes and 1 leadership rather than vice versa. So he can sit there and quest, and you can just pop him when you need to. Although if I wouldn't be opposed to tweaking this deck and including the Longbeard Orc Slayers as well, because we do have the sneak attack, and that just gives us more options. I got 2 swift strikes again in case something gets through. We need a hasty shadow mitigation there. Born Aloft, that works with a lot of people over here. Basically combos with both these two. Okay, and then Blade of Gondolin for Legolas. Citadel Plate 1 because there is 2 locations in here that let you play weapons and armor for free, so it's high cost we can get on the table for free if we can pull off that combo. I basically just took the rangers out and added in the 4 snares, just in case we run into the trolls. We don't want to worry about those. So these cave trolls are a little smaller. They can be snared rather than the hill troll, which can't. Actually, no, the hill troll can as well. It's the great cave troll in the next quest that will not be able to be snared down. Okay, so Frodo Baggins, he can take an undefended attack every once in a while, and threat isn't too hard in this one because it isn't too much of a problem because it's a shorter quest. So I'd rather take the undefended than cancel a treachery because there's way more enemies than treacheries in this, and the treacheries really aren't that bad. Everything else pretty much standard as we've been playing. So here we go. We're going to give these decks a shuffle here. We're going to draw our opening hands, take any possible mulligans. Well, I can tell you already I'm not mulliganing this. Okay, that's pretty awesome. Again, everything, we got the house here. We're good. This is all good. Psh, amazing. Amazing. Hasty Stroke's even better than Test of Will in this quest. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our setup here. You're investigating the 7th level of Moria, searching for the Chamber of Records and any sign of Balin's colony. In the heavy twilight of a hall, a bulky tome is discovered in the grip of a dwarf skeleton. You carefully take possession of the book. Perhaps it'll give you some answers. This is Search for the Chamber 1A. Search the encounter deck for Book of Marzabul. Have the first player attached to a hero of his choice. Shuffle the encounter deck. A couple good options for this. You could do Thalin, you could do her, you could do a Hobbit. Basically, it just takes up a restricted slot. It says that this character can't attack, but it doesn't exhaust the quest. So we'll just put it on her. Why not? Alright. Flip. Dwarven ruins of the book appear to hold a detailed record of the fledgling colony, but there is some elvish script at the end which seems out of place. Reveal 1 encounter card per player added to the staging area. So this is 15 quest points. Let's see what we get. Okay, each player must raise his threat by 1 for each enemy staging area, then the last player discards an attachment they control. Well, that means I discard this, which I don't really care. So that's fine with me. And when it's discarded, it's returned to the staging area. That's what it says. So boom, and then we don't raise our threat by anything because there's no enemies up there. That's fine. That's a free encounter reveal if you ask me. Okay, then we got the spearman. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, first player gets an extra card. Alright. Let's go ahead and play this blade on Legolas. That's it. Save everything else. And over here we'll play, absolutely nothing. Alright, let's go questing. 1, 2, toss that resource to him. Nah, we'll actually toss that resource to himself. Okay, and then over here we'll go everybody. Alright, see what we get. Spearman, damage from Thalon. Doom 2. Starting threat. Okay. And no Strider's Path. So let's go ahead and discard 1 for Eowyn here. And we'll discard 1 for Eowyn here. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 up against 6. That's going to be 5 progress. Okay, let's travel here. And we'll take our optional engagements, one per player. We'll deal our shadow cards. Okay, I'm going to play a feint with Legolas. Legolas's resource, rather. And we'll say this guy can't attack. Okay, over here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and stand and fight. For 1, this guy. And what I really should have done was stood and fight a goblin spearman, and that if I would have seen that, and then defended here and then played feint on him, and we would have been totally fine. But that was a misplay on my part. So he'll defend, no shadow effect, so we got lucky on our mistake. 2 damage, no defense, destroys him. Let's go ahead and play Valiant Sacrifice. After a character leaves play, that player's controller draws 2 cards. Okay, so I guess it did work out in the end anyway. Okay, 1, 2, we just did it a different way. Okay, that'll get us a little ahead there. Now Legolas is going to attack for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to deal 2 damage because he has 2 defense, which is just enough to destroy him. Okay, Legolas is going to put 2 progress on the quest, which is going to go on the location, and then he's going to put 1 more from the Blade of Gondolin. It's going to be 3. And then we discard all unused shadow cards at the end of combat. So far, so good. We'll refresh everybody. Okay, we will do our next round. And the first player will draw an extra card. Alright, let's go ahead and play Eowyn for 2. Choose a player to draw a card, we'll choose the second player. Beautiful. Okay, do we want to play anything else? Nah, we're good. Okay, this player is going to spend 2 Steward of Gondor on Legolas. Give him 2 resources. 1, 2 for the spearman, and why not? 1 more for another blade. Okay. Alright, now we just gotta hope we don't get undisturbed bones. Okay, so let's go questing here. 7, 9. We'll toss a resource to Bilbo. Alright, so we're questing for 9. Cave Troll. Yeesh. Takes damage. Cave Troll. Oof. Okay, so right now we're just making one progress. Let's discard a card for Eowyn here. And let's discard a card for Eowyn here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 up against this. 3 progress. 1, 2, 3. This is gone. These guys will hopefully stay there the rest of the game. We've got this guy to deal with. You know, we could just... no, I'm not going to have 3 green resources next time, so we've got to keep them up there, unfortunately. We can snare one down once we get that. Alright, so he gets a shadow card. He's going to attack. We're going to defend with this guy. As soon as he defends, he deals damage, which is going to destroy him immediately before anything else happens. Okay. Round 2's over. So we're going to go to round 3. Draw an extra card. Okay. We'll use this. Oops. We're going to play 1. 2, 3, 4. For this guy. We're going to play 1 for this guy. I'm going to exhaust him. Have the first player draw a card. Yep. Alright. And now over here. Just going to stay where we're at. Alright, here we go again. Quest for 1, 2, 3. Toss that resource to this guy. And then we'll discard 1 card for Eowyn, which will be this guy. So 11 to 8. Okay. 11 to 10. Alright. Let's go ahead and discard Bjorning Beekeeper. That'll deal 1 damage to everything in the staging area, which is going to kill him. It's going to kill him. It's going to put 1 here, 1 here. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 to 8, that's going to deal 2 damage. Or 2 progress, I should say. And I think we could take one of these guys and feint him and then snare him down. So we'll take him, give him a shadow card. We're going to play feint. It says he can't attack this round. Okay. Then why not just lean into him? Because he has 4 defense and it won't do anything. How about that? Alright. So nothing happens. This goes away. And so he's going to be engaged here. And we'll go ahead and refresh, refresh, extra card, card. Okay. So, interesting. Okay. First player is going to have the second player draw a card. Second player is going to trigger this. First player is going to play the snare on this guy so he doesn't attack anymore. We're going to play this thing. Alright. Over here we're going to play Horn of Gondor on Frodo. Play Gandalf. We'll deal 4 damage to this guy. So he'll be at 6. And that's all. So now we'll go questing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We'll toss that resource to him. Okay, let's see what we get. Goblin. Goblin. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7. We're making 7 progress. It's enough to beat this. Fate of Balin's Quest 2. You have discovered the chamber. Before you lies the resting place of Balin, last Lord of Moria. The final portion of the book tells the grim tale. Balin was slain in the Dimril Dale, and the dwarves were then trapped in the mines. It seems as if there are no survivors. You stand silently by his tomb, but cannot tarry. Orc war cries and horns sound close. You leave the cumbersome book as a testament to the dwarves' valor, and prepare to fight your way out, lest Balin's fate becomes your own. Lest Balin's fate becomes your own. So it's just like Fellowship of the Ring. Very thematic. Remove Book of Marzabul from the game. Didn't use it anyway. At the end of the staging step, you reveal 2 cards. If they're enemies, you add them. If they're not, you discard them. So if you get unlucky, you'll get like treacheries and locations, and then you'll get enemies for your extra reveals. Either way, he will do damage to them because they are technically revealed. You reveal the cards. Right. 17 progress. Let's get it done. So, yeah. So here's what we'll do. Optionally engage. Optionally engage. Shadow card. Shadow card. I guess engagement should be up here. Shadow card. Okay. He's going to attack. Well, actually, first we'll quick strike. Play quick strike. Exhaust a character you control. Declare as an attacker. Resolve its attack. So we'll quick strike for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage here, which is going to kill this guy. Okay. Nice to see that thing go. I'm going to put 4 progress here. Oops. I'm getting better at this. Now I got an option. I could either take a risk and defend here and then ready him and then kill another guy for 4 progress. But I think I'm not going to take that risk. I'm just going to defend and then deal 1 damage when he defends and then immediately kills him. And that was good to not defend because that was that undisturbed bonus. I did have shadow cancellation, so I could have all 3 of my shadow cancellations. So maybe I should have, but oh well. Alright, and then this is a shadow card that doesn't do anything. Okay. So, refresh. Refresh. He's discarded at the end of the round. Go to the next round. Okay, extra card for the first player. Alright. Trigger this. Hopefully we've done that every round. If we haven't, oh well. Play 1 for him. And have the first player draw a card. Gondolin. What the hell? Let's play 1 for him. And over here we'll do this guy. Alright. We're gonna go questing. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we won't quest with him. We'll attack them if we need to. I'm not too worried about it. I don't need resources anymore with this. And also, I don't even have that many damn cards in my hand. Alright, so here we go. Goblin takes damage. And undisturbed bonus. Each player must deal X damage to one ally controls, X number of allies he controls. So we're going to deal 3 damage here. No. We'll deal 3 damage here. And on this guy, we'll deal 3 damage here. Okay, and that's going to trigger Horn twice. Okay, and then this is the next 2 cards. We discard them if they're not enemies. They are enemies, okay. And then that's going to deal damage to him with Thallon. Reveal 1 card from the counter deck at the staging area and a surge. So we got so first we do his 2, and then they happen no matter what. So he happens and he gets his when revealed. Boom. And then the surge. Okay, and now if the next one isn't, so the second player's extra card, if this is not an enemy, it's discarded. It's not, so it's discarded. The reason this wasn't discarded is because it surged off of him. Okay, and we are going to play Strider's Path to go there. Since we killed our horsey, might as well. Oops. Okay. So I technically have to do that right away before I see that last card, but I was going to do it anyway. Okay, now I've got a fun little thing I'm going to do here. We are going to spend 1, spend, not gain, to play Dwarven Tomb. Then we're going to pull out Stand and Fight. Okay, and then we're going to go in this first player's deck. We're going to play Stand and Fight. We're going to choose an ally in a player's discard pile, pay its printed cost, and put it into play. Now, I think we're going to do the Beekeeper here. Under this guy's control. So we're going to pay 4. Okay. Now we're going to exhaust and discard the Beekeeper to deal 1 damage to everything in the staging area, which is going to be 1 here, 1 here to the victory display, then 1 here, and 1 here. Okay. And now we've got some options. Perfect. It's going to work out great. We're still not going to get any shadow effects. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 versus 4. Let's discard a card for Eowyn. And let's discard 1 more card for Eowyn. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to 4, 7 progress, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we'll optionally engage. Optionally engage. Optionally engage. Shadow cards. And this has been awesome so far. Okay, I'm going to defend this guy here, and then as soon as he defends, we're going to play Swift Strike. After a character declares defender, deal 2 damage to attacking enemy. Man, I had just everything ready to go this time. Oops. That's going to destroy him. Before anything else happens, that would have been a disaster. Okay, nothing happens to him because he's still, nothing's resolved, and even if it did resolve, he would just die, and if he attacked, he gets discarded, but he doesn't get discarded if he defends unless he dies, which he would. Alright, and then over here, he's going to defend. Sentinel defense here, that deals 1 damage. And immediately destroys him before any shadow effect does or doesn't happen. Okay, now we get player attacks. I'm going to discard this guy to ready this dude. And we'll attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here, which is going to be 3 damage. Not quite enough. All shadow cards are discarded at the end of combat. We refresh. Extra card for the first player. I think I put that in the wrong guy's discard pile. If I'm putting stuff in the wrong discard pile, it's not going to really affect anything at the end, I don't think. Alright, we're going to have the second player draw a card. Second player will trigger this. Second player will trigger campfire tales. We're going to go back to the first player's planning. Alright. Well, I think we just got to finish it off here, so play this guy. Play this guy. Fair enough. Alright, we're going to go questing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Toss that puppy to her. So 10. Damage. I will get this right one day. Damage. Next 2 cards. Not an enemy. Enemy, but it's destroyed immediately from Thalin. Nice. Discard for Eowyn. I don't know if we need to or not. We're just going to. Discard for Eowyn. I'm going to spend 3 to reduce the second player's threat by 6. Okay. Galgrim's Greeting. That's just for score. So 12 against 4, that's 8 progress. That should be game. Yeah, it's like 17, I think. 16, 17. I think we're at 9. If we're at 9, it's at 17. If it's not, we're 16. Either way, it's game. So that's it, guys. That's a clean run, no damage on the 7th level because we got what we needed and we used our combos and shadow mitigation. It's all about shadow mitigation. And I was just overly lucky because I drew all 3 of these, which is something else. But I would have liked to kill this guy before we got out of here for the victory points, but it didn't happen. Anyway, that is 7th level. Thanks for watching.